This is the vocabulary for chapter 3. There'll be an answer sheet for you to copy these things down on. Copy each item, its translation, and any other words or phrases in Latin mentioned, especially nouns and adjectives and verbs and prepositions. Ab, the B is ab agro, for example, from the field, ab agro. Ad, to, in the direction of, so ad agrum means to the field. Ad est means present, he is present, as opposed to ab est, which means he is absent. So with a D, it's present, B, absent. Agrum or agro both mean field. The dictionary entry will look like that. That's how you know it's a noun. Okay, when you have this sort of entry in the glossary. Ambulat, walks. The opposite is currit, runs. Walks, runs. Anxious means anxious, just like in English. The opposite in Latin is compositus, composed, or tranquillus, tranquil. Argum, not agrum here. Notice there's only one letter difference. Argum is the dog's name, the family dog's named Argus. Okay. It's taken from the Odyssey. Agrum is a field. Ascendit means climbs, ascends. Descendit, the opposite. This is the logical sign that means opposite. Descends, goes down. So ascends, descends. Audit, hears. Bonus, good. The opposite, malus, bad. So good, bonus, bad, malus. Cadit, falls. Surgit, gets up, rises, is the opposite. Casa, casam, both mean house, sort of a country hovel, like a shack. Celeriter means swiftly. This ending in particular, iter, means this is an adverb. It's an adverbial ending. Please take note of this. Similar to RLY. Okay. The opposite of celeriter is lente, slowly. Swiftly, slowly. Cena, dinner. Kibum, food. Colligit, collects. The opposite is dispergit, scatters. So the past participles, the adjectives look like this. Collecta, things that have been collected. Dispersa, things that have been scattered. Consumit, consumes, eats. Currit means runs. The opposite is ambulat, as we had before. Decutit means strikes, like our word percussion, but that's only in this lesson. Diu means a long time. The opposite would be breviter, for a short time, or shortly. Domum means home, particularly in this context, homeward, in the direction of home. Ducit means lead. A leader is a dux. Leader, the verb is leads. Est means is. Et means and. Eum means him. The opposite would be eam, her. So with a U, it's him. With an A, it's her. Fessus, tired. Festinat, hastens or hurries. Filium means son. Filiam with an A means daughter. Same distinction that we had before. Flaccus, the cognomen. It is the third name of the three Roman names. It's usually a nickname. This one means flabby or pudgy. Horatia, the female version of the family name. The family are the Horatii. And the feminine version for one of them is Horatia. Hortum, it's a garden, so horticulture is gardening, whereas agriculture is farming. In can either mean into, if the word after it ends in M, or inside, in the house. Inquit, he says. Intrat, he enters, or she enters. The opposite would be exit. He or she goes out. Juvat, helps. Juvat, helps. The opposite, impedit, impedes or hinders. Helps, hinders. Laborat, works. The opposite, quiescit, rests. Laetus, happy. The feminine character is happy, she would be laeta. The opposite in both cases would be tristis, sad. So happy, sad. Lapsat, only in this lesson, means slips, like a collapse of a building. Laudat, praises. The opposite is castigat, castigates. We have both these words in English. They're pretty rare, though. So praises and criticizes. Praise, like laudatory, and castigat, castigates, criticizes. Manet, remains. Me, just like in English, me. The one way of thinking of the opposite would be te, which is our word the singular of you. We only have it up to about the 1500s. Mitit, sends. Mox, soon. Nam, for or because. Non, not. Olivam means an olive tree. Olivas are the olives themselves. Parat, prepares. Something that has been prepared is ready, parata, like cena est parata. Dinner is ready. Portat, carries. Postridia, the next day. The opposite would be pridia, the day before. Puerum, or puer, boy. Puellam is the opposite, girl. Quiescit, we just had, means rests. Laborat, the opposite, means works. Quintus, the praenomen, or the first name of the son, means the fifth, or we just call him Quintus. Quod, because. Reddit, goes back. Red means back, and it means goes. Salutat means greets, so a greeting to a singular person would be salve. Saucius means injured, wounded, but it only occurs in this lesson. Scintilla, this name or the nickname of the wife or mother in this family, means sparky, but scintilla is fine. Secum, with him, and two opposites would be mecum, with me, tecum, with you or with thee. Sed, but, sedit, sedet, sits. Stat is the opposite, means stands. Subito means suddenly. Surgit, rises. The opposite we had before is catit, falls. Terra means earth. So terra firma means the ground. Ubi, where, there. So ubi is like a question word, and ibi is the answer there. Vidit means sees. This is just a quote from The Clockwork Orange where he makes up this word vidi that means sees. You don't need to know that. Vocat means calls. The noun of vocat is vox, voice, and the adjective of that is vocalis, vocal. So this is a voice, this is a vocal. Okay, that's all.